It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. You see, Sarah's not here this morning. She's on her way to Africa. So I'm joined by our friend Diana Tyndall from Modern Day Marketing. Good morning, Diana. Thanks for doing this.
You bet. I feel like Sarah would be singing like the Africa song, to Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, may she have a safe trip.
Yep. On the way as we speak. So weather's going to be an issue more than once this week, actually, this morning already. So make sure you check out the weather because in different areas, it's different stuff falling from the sky overnight. Many of us experiencing the very first storm of the week, and then a second round starts, I think, late tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning through tomorrow night. So maybe this is the last that we'll have to deal with. I hope so.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I'm ready. We had a 70-degree day last week, and I'm ready for that.
I think it's like 40 days till spring or something like that. I feel like we're getting closer to spring. I'm ready for it.
Just give me that some spring temperatures here or there is really all I need. All right, let's do some news. We now know that the Amazon driver, we told you about this, that was shot on the job last week in Lawrence County has died. She was 23 years old. Her name was Jasmine Taylor. Just awful. She was making afternoon deliveries when she got shot in the head with a powerful pellet gun while she was driving the van. It's unbelievable. Charges are now pending. They've been upgraded to murder against the 64-year-old man accused of shooting her. Police say he confessed to the murder and told them why. They have not yet released his motive, but the police say they know what it is, which is just terrible.
Wow. Well, on to this also tragic story. A man was hit and killed by a train in West Plains. Police were working to are still working to identify him and asked for the public's help. So if you know anything about this, please help. It happened about noon on Monday near State Route ZZ. Circumstances about how he was hit by the train are still unknown. So.
Yeah, that's a strange story there. And the state of Missouri wants to get in on reducing government waste like President Trump's DOGE team is currently doing. The state now has a website where Missourians can report government inefficiencies and areas where taxpayer money is being wasted. Now, ironically, the website address for that site is so long and, frankly, inefficient that I can't even read it to you.
Can you Google it? Can people just Google it? You're probably going to want
to Google it. Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I will read it to you just for fun, but you're not going to remember any of this. Senate.mo.gov/committee forms/government efficiency/government efficiency portal.
Oh, my word. It sounds like they need some efficiencies in that.
Government efficiency is twice in the web address. Come on, man.
Well, they're all about apparently cutting. They're not going to invest in making it easy. Oh, my goodness.
How about mo.gov/savings or something? And make it easy.
They have a space for that. So you've heard it here first.
Yeah.
And to this SRC here locally, it is expanding and planning to build a $19 million building on North Mulroy Road in Springfield. That's super exciting.
It is.
The company is combining two of its subsidiaries. A 200,000 square foot building should be finished later this year. SRC is planning to add about 200 jobs to its workforce in Springfield in the next 5 years. So right here, homegrown in Springfield.
Yeah, it's great.
Speaking of homegrown, Bass Pro Shops. Hello, this is exciting. They are planning another store, not here locally, but here in Northwest Arkansas. It will be an outpost store in Fort Smith, and it'll employ about 100 employees. It will be Bass Pro store number 3, which actually surprised me. I thought they would have had a lot more stores in Arkansas than just 3, but Bass Pro currently has 175 stores in the United States and Canada. There you go.
All right. Arkansas is going on the list. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We talked about this a little bit before. President Trump on the lookout for government waste. That's the idea behind DOGE, as you know. Now he says the penny, the coin, the penny is
Yeah.
a perfect example of wasting taxpayer money. The
Aw.
penny, as we know, is worth 1 cent, right? Everybody on the same page there?
Right. Yeah.
It actually costs the Treasury Department 3.69 cents just to manufacture.
3.69 cents. So it costs 3 cents? Almost
More than
to make a
more
one.
than more than 3 times as much. So President Trump has ordered the Treasury Department to immediately stop minting pennies. There are some questions about whether the Congress has to do that long term or all those sorts of things that no doubt will be worked out in the courts like everything else these days. But you better sit down for this. The nickel could be next. And wait till you hear this. Talk about inefficiency. It costs nearly 14 cents to make 1 nickel.
Well, it brings up so many questions, Ethan. How much does it cost to make a quarter? How much
Yeah.
does it cost to make a dime?
Yeah.
Like I can just hear coin collectors from around the globe I'm going to collect all these pennies and
Right. Well, we've all
nickels.
got a closet full of pennies somewhere. They're just
Yeah.
out of circulation because we hoard them because
Yeah.
we don't want to actually carry them around and use them.
And then I wonder what that'll do to retailers. Like, then do they round up to the nearest nickel? Now they can't. Maybe they won't be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, I doubt they're going to round down for us.
Yeah. And what does that do with taxes? Anyways, there's a lot of questions I have in my
Yeah.
mind because
Yeah.
of that. Anyways, on to this exciting news. We've told you a lot about some concerts happening, concerts in the Ozarks. Here is the latest concert announcement. The Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
They are coming to Thunder Ridge Nature Arena in Ridgedale on September 5th. I know that seems like a long ways away in the fall, but the Doobies, which will have Michael McDonald back with them. They'll
Yep.
be playing with the Coral Reefer Band, the touring band of the late Jimmy Buffett, and tickets go on sale 10 a.m. Friday. Set your alarm because you will want to hear Jesus Is Still All Right With Me, China Grove, Oh Blackwater.
Oh, I know. Great.
Oh my goodness. All the songs I just want to start singing right now.
So many great songs. I love the Doobies. I saw the Doobies. Oh man, I bet it's been 30 plus years at the Muni in St. Louis when I was younger. Outdoor concert, just like this is going to be.
Cool venue.
It is a cool venue. Yeah. And the Doobies are great. I mean, they were 30 years ago. I don't know how they sound today, but
Well,
I imagine they're pretty good. Michael McDonald, I'm a big fan. He's got a great voice.
I mean, these artists from that era, I feel like Rolling Stones, like so many of them, it's so impressive to see them still touring and, see them while you can because they may not be around the next time. So
that's true. That's
soak it in.
true. I
Soak
hope you're
it
not
in.
predicting anything, but that is
No, I
true.
hope not. I hope not.
At some
Come
point,
on,
they're going to
Doobies.
stop touring, I think is your point.
Right.
Hey, I've got a contest to tell you about before we wrap up. This week, we're giving away pairs of tickets to the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off, which everybody
Ooh.
loves in Springfield. That's coming up on Saturday, February 22nd, so not too far away at the Springfield Expo Center. It's a classic event here in Springfield. The Sertoma Chili Cook-Off features dozens of area businesses serving a wide variety of chili recipes that attendees are able to sample and enjoy, and then they can vote for their favorite, which is cool. Live music there, so it's really a fun event. Proceeds go to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of Springfield, so it's good chili for a good cause.
Mhm.
So here's how you do it. Go to Facebook, and you share the Facebook post of this episode. So if you go to Facebook, you watch us because we're on video on over on the Facebook. So
On the Facebook. Yes. Here we are.
You share it. Share this and then comment shared. So whenever you then on this post on the Around the Ozarks page, comment shared and then actually share it. And every day we will pick winners throughout the day. So we will let you know if you are a big winner, but that's all you have to do. Go to Around the Ozarks on Facebook, share this post that I'm literally speaking about right now,
And then
type in shared in the comments, and you are entered to win.
good luck.
Yeah.
May the odds be in your favor.
That's all the news I think we have for you today. There will no doubt will be more weather related, so make sure you stick around for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather. She'll tell you what the forecast is going to be, and then the next rounds that are coming as well. But before we go, Diana, I know that you and your family are big Chiefs fans.
Oh, we're not going to talk about this, are we?
I didn't. I thought maybe I wouldn't bring it up, but then I did.
Oh,
It was rough, wasn't it? Like the whole game. Did you, at the very beginning of the game, did you know they were going to lose?
no.
Okay.
I really thought they were going to win.
When did you know?
I mean, it didn't get better. Like, I'm used to the Chiefs turning it around at the last minute. And then there was something that just happened about, when there was 10 minutes left in the game. I'm like, there's no way. It's not going to happen. We're all still mourning the loss of the Super Bowl with it's exciting for the Eagles. The Eagles played amazing football. I mean, they had a great game, and it just sucks that our Chiefs didn't win. So,
well, I mean, it wasn't even close. They outplayed the Chiefs on every level. Yeah. It seemed to me as almost like, and I don't know this to be true, but it seemed like the Chiefs were like, they knew that they'd been there before. They'd won it already. They didn't have they weren't desperate. Like
they weren't
feel
scrappy.
Like
they weren't feeling like scrappy to like, I want this. I think the want and the desire may have not been there as much.
That's how I felt about it. That's how it seemed. The game plan was awful, and they just couldn't rise above. So you're right. Hats off to the Eagles. I do hate that the Chiefs had such a great opportunity to do something that had never been done before, win 3 in a row.
Three-peat.
Shows you how hard it is, by the way, to do that. But, I mean, now they will never have another chance to do that. And who knows when the next team is going to have a chance to win 3 in a row. I mean, in order to win 3 in a row now, they got to win the next 2, which is crazy. And
it just is so sad. I feel, fellow Chiefs fans, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. And it hurts. And I feel like we need to take our flag down that we have flying outside that says championship winners or whatever from the last.
No longer defending champs. Yeah.
People are just driving by our house thinking, losers.
Give it up, lady.
No, I know. Whatever.
Hey, do you think, just one more question. Do you think that like the dynasty, that it's over? Are they
no.
Are they going to be good next year? Are they going to lose players? Is it all going to fall apart now?
Here's the thing. Is Taylor still going to be dating Kelsey? That's the question. And I think
doubt it.
I doubt it.
Based on her track record.
Well, okay, here's my prediction. If Taylor and Kelsey are still dating, maybe they'll be engaged or married by then. Who knows? But if they're still dating and maybe engaged, I think there's still going to be some magic happening. Okay. I think they can go. They can go. And, Mahomes, he's great when he's great. But yeah, it wasn't great.
Those interceptions were rough. So you're telling me this all depends on Tay-Tay?
You guys, I don't know. It's just a guess, but it's kind of a fun guess to think about.
All right. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, you know what? We're recording this podcast, so we'll be able to watch it next year and see what happens.
Yeah. Let's find out.
All right, everybody. Hope you're over the Chiefs' loss. Probably not yet, but it'll get better. So have a great Tuesday. And be careful out there if you're out on the roads doing anything like that. And we will see you right back here tomorrow morning, bright and early. See you later.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. We are waking up with some very interesting weather on this Tuesday morning, a mix of rain, snow, and even freezing rain falling overnight tonight. And the temperature is critical. It's a little bit different, too, across the Ozarks. So my assignment to you this morning is to look at the temperature as you walk out the door. Check it at your house, check it on the car. May be different from location to location, but they're all hovering right around these critical temperatures of 32 degrees. That's the freezing point, and it will determine whether you get rain, freezing rain, or some of the wintry snowfall that is happening in our northern counties. So a little bit different for everybody. Doesn't look like a whole lot as you're waking up this morning, but things will change throughout the day. We've got all sorts of winter advisories and some headlines out there with folks expecting varying conditions across the Ozarks. Basically, if you're along and south of I-44, your main concern today is for a little glaze of ice. If you are north of that region, your main concern is for a small amount of snowfall accumulation, but both of those can cause some slick spots. So that's the big headline for you this morning. Use caution as you are heading out the door. Temperatures, I'm expecting them in Springfield to be right around 31 degrees. So just below that critical number where we're talking about some impacts from the wintry conditions. Frontal boundary coming through, that is going to lead to a drop in temperatures and set the stage for even colder weather and another round of wintry weather to come our way by the time we head into Wednesday. So the forecast is a mess, and it's not just us that's experiencing some bad conditions. I mean, this storm system runs all the way back to New Mexico and then all the way east over to the mid-Atlantic. So we are talking about widespread impacts from this winter storm all through the Midwest, through the Mid-Atlantic, and even the Deep South, experiencing some very heavy rainfall. This morning in the Ozarks, mainly what we've seen is a little wintry mix, freezing rain, some rainfall. Doesn't look like much when you look out the window. There will be a bit of a lull today, too. I think the mid-morning hours, there could just be nothing falling for a time. This should pick up again as we head closer to the lunch hour. The backside of this system will be heading into the Ozarks, so it may mean additional rounds of a wintry mix with small amounts of accumulation possible. The real thing that's hard for a meteorologist in a forecast like this is that temperatures this afternoon should be at like 35 degrees. So what's falling at 35 degrees? Can we get accumulation? Can we overcome some of the warm air in place with this system? And where does that happen? A lot of question marks as we're putting together this forecast, but I expect that what we're going to see are very low snowfall accumulations and low ice accumulations, but it doesn't take a whole lot to make for some slick spots. So I want you to be using caution today as you're getting the kids from school, as you're heading home from work. There may be some impacts that we see from this. And I really think most of the impacts will be isolated up into some of our northern counties. I'm talking a band right along Highway 54. Accumulation's not huge, anywhere from a trace to 2 inches of snowfall. And then that little glaze of ice could cause some impacts too for areas including Springfield, south of I-44. There have even some winter weather advisories down for northern Arkansas this morning. Accumulation could mean slick conditions for the evening drive, and we're not done with the winter show just yet. Additional chances for snowfall, and some of them heavier, are going to be moving into the forecast tomorrow. And I expect that there will be at least a band across the Ozarks that gets some heavier snowfall amounts. So accumulations, areas north of I-44 will be greater tomorrow. We're talking maybe on the scale of 5 to potentially 7 inches of snow for central Missouri. The cutoff will be sharp. So we are not expecting that for the Springfield region. However, I think amounts drop off pretty dramatically. And that's where we get more of a mix. So maybe more of the sleet, more of the freezing rain for the I-44 corridor, and then ice more likely for the southern Ozarks as we head into Wednesday's system. So even if you're not in the bullseye of heavy snow, doesn't mean you're not going to have impacts. I think there could definitely still be slick roads tomorrow. Exact track of the system, I'm still working it out with the forecast. The best chance, though, for snowfall will be north of I-44, and then that wintry mix will be along I-44 tomorrow, also down into northern Arkansas. So kind of a 1-2 punch here with the forecast. We're not done with the wintry weather today. It wraps up, though, this evening, and then round 2 will be on the radar early in the day tomorrow. Not only are we getting a second round of more impactful winter weather tomorrow, we're also going to see some incredibly cold temperatures. So the wind chill factor here is going to be down in the low single digits for the feels like temperatures. That's for both tomorrow night and Thursday night. So some dangerous cold is also heading in with the winter weather that I'm expecting. As I said earlier, we're not the only ones across the country experiencing some winter impacts. There's heavy snow happening for parts of the Central Plains, the Mid-Atlantic today. That translates to rain and freezing rain, including parts of the Ozarks, northern Arkansas, extreme southern Missouri. This stretches all the way into the lower Mississippi Valley and the central Appalachians. And then we've got temperatures that are 25 to 40 degrees colder than normal for the northern Rockies and the northern high plains. Well, that's where our next air mass is coming from. And that's why we have such cold weather in the forecast as we head into the weekend and the end of the week. So, wintry, find all the winter gear, the thick gloves. You need all the gear here in the next couple of days. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question. And the question yesterday kind of stings. Which team holds the record for the highest score ever in a Super Bowl game? And the options that I gave you were A, the New England Patriots, B, the Dallas Cowboys, C, the San Francisco 49ers, or D, the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, this does not go to the Chiefs. It goes to the 49ers with a high score of 55 points. So, high scoring game. It was a pretty high scoring game the other night, but thankfully, we did not see the Eagles make it to 55 points. But C, San Francisco 49ers is the correct answer. Congrats if that was your guess. Here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. This one might come in handy. Some useful knowledge here. True or false? Mittens are warmer than gloves. And by gloves, I mean, 5 fingers. Places to put your fingers. Mittens are warmer than gloves. Do you think that is a true or a false statement? You can let me know at aroundtheozarks.com. We will have that weather page at the website updated for you all day long. Remember, as you're heading out right now, check the temperature. If you're at freezing or below, there could be slick spots, even if it doesn't look like it out the window this morning. So use caution on the roads. Stay safe, everyone. And I will chat with you again tomorrow morning where we'll be detailing more wintry conditions in the Ozarks. Thanks so much to John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow.